It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go next. 59. What's the plan? It's 59. Mike to 59. Three buds. Shift.
On first down, Benjamin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete to Hill. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Shift.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check, 43. It's our time. It's our time. Bang.
First carry for Darius Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
This is the tight end fan. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd down, here's Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a 3rd down gain of 10 to pick up the 1st. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Switch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That one goes for 30 yards.
Let's go.
They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Watch switch. Go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
No. 24.
Now back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Gill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive. Nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some...
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, 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 check. 43 to Mike, boy, 43. Check, check, 43.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Going deep downfield for Ron. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And they rattle off a big one. 44 yards.
And the San Antonio first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson now. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's Geis. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. To throw is Jackson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check 99. Check 99.
He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he cuts it back right. And the cutback to the sideline. Touchdown! A big play there. 81 yards. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Darius Geis. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Slam, slam, slam. Jackson.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's get it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Check. Crunch. Crunch.
They'll run with Geis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds McLaurin. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Slam. He's coming. We got double up.
Out of the gun, Geis. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Man, that's trash. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Joker. Slam. Check.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 2nd down and goal. Jackson was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Jackson, and it's caught, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Gets this one to Hill. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll set up to throw. Benjamin's got it. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to Benjamin. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Get him! Get him! Switch, switch, switch.
They're going to look to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch the boot. Kill, kill, kill.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. He'll return it from the 6. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 2. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. He'll check it down to Geis. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, Look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
43 in the ball. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 43. Mike.
Here's Jackson to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I'm scared. 22, Jet, cover. 22, Jet, cover.
Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 44-yard line.
We got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown! A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken at the 3. And Carries up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Tight down. There you go.
Here's Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
I can't believe they even let you play. Watch the
On first down, this is Geis. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
check, 43. Hey, check.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson going to throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
San Antonio.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. It's been a long day for you. 43's the mic.
Jackson now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
65. He's checking. Crash.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll run on first down. Benjamin. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air one out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Darius Geis, 82 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 3. I got 2. Got 2. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Back.
2nd and 11. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
You got tight right there. 43's the mic.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handle it?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 10-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 16 yards, a first down. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down and inches. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Escaping the pressure right, eluding the pressure. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be second and 12.
At the 1-yard line.
Ready. 56 is the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Down and 10.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw here. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
24 is the mic. Long shot. Pass. 24.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
24 is the mic. Ricky. Let's go. Shift. Bang.
He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Being chased out left. And the ball is knocked out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Flush to his right. He'll run it, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Let's get the ball. Echo, echo.
Jackson going to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34.
Jackson will throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes